What's up, everybody? Brett here, back today playing some more Total War Warhammer 2. It's our Throt the Unclean Let's Play. Guys, bit of weird happening. So, I was going through my saves, and I was deleting a ton of old saves. And something I don't know, I compulsively delete emails, text messages, all that stuff. I also was trying to go through and just, delete about 50 old saves that I had on older patches, and I accidentally deleted my save from yesterday. Never fear, though, I've actually put us back in the exact same position, actually slightly better, and I'll go over that in a second. But I went ahead and took this fight. I took some heavy losses. Very few differences between where we left off last time and where we're picking up today. Hopefully you guys don't mind. But with some improvements. So, instead of that ward save talisman that we got last time, I got a potion of toughness, which is sweet. It restores HP, gives melee defense and armor. It's only useful once per battle, so you want to use it kind of when you're dueling an enemy lord. That's when I like to use it, or when you're at your most surrounded. And I picked up a gold sigil sword. I still have the two chieftains. These ones I think are even better than the other ones. One of these guys gives me +5 campaign movement range, and the other one's like a fighter. Yeah. Very few other changes. I have Clan Rat with shields. I waited to recruit them this time. I got my timing right a little bit better. And yeah, so what did I do better this time? Well, you'll notice here that we're in the negative for food. So I took these fights with these horrible debuffs. -10 leadership for Skaven for our army in these battles was really tough, but I managed to beat them out. Especially this Wood Elf fight was ridiculous. I couldn't kill the treekin to save my life. But I did it. I barely did it, but I did it. And I've since kind of re-augmented my army. We're still only on turn 6. Something else that I noticed, I think this was the case, because I looked for it on purpose, but I was so mind-flooded with everything else going on, that I don't think we procced. It may have been a bug. It may have been just a visual bug. But I remember looking for it in in our first episode and not seeing either one of our quest battles being issued, or our quest conditions being issued. So one of the things, I'm going to read these in a second because I know you guys want to see that. But one of the things that I did was, when I took over Grand, I went into the negative thinking that I would be able to, get that food back and at least get up to the food shortage status. But unfortunately, in order to beat Grand, I had to get 1 or 2 extra summons, and kind of the same thing for the Great Arena. The fights were just too close. Yeah, it was rough. It was kind of a cascading series of failures, but I managed to do it. And then what I did was I put myself a bit behind by upgrading Grand to tier 3 right off the bat. But what that allowed me to do was to get the construction cavern, which is just finished. It just finished, and that has given me the ability to recruit Plague Claw catapults, guys. Huge. That's a huge pickup for our campaign. And I'm leaving this one slot free because something else we can do, thanks to that, is get another hero here. And we have so many. But we can get one of these Warlock engineers. I hate this. I can't see this guy's face. But we have the option between the strategist, Secret, who gives us 5 campaign movement range, which I love. Morlock here, which gives fleet-footed to himself. Or Ratmech, which can give leadership to all units in our army +4. I think that's a little too important at this point, considering our debuffs. It's kind of a super big blessing. It'll take off 4 of that leadership, so -6. It kind of puts us in the same category as food shortage. And of course, all these other debuffs are terrible. But we are going to recover. We're going to put Ratmech into our army, and then we'll see what happens next. We also need to take 2 turns to recruit Plague Claw catapults. So we're not going anywhere. Our public order will stabilize as long as we're here. And yeah, our gold mine's about to finish. And yeah, without any further ado, so why are we recruiting the Warlock? Well, he's a caster, first off. That's a big deal. We have no way beforehand to make use of our Winds of Magic, but now we'll be able to spam Wart Lightning, which is just, for me, it's the best spell that the Skaven have access to. It's kind of ridiculous. We'll be spamming the hell out of that, and he's going to be a crucial member of this squad. Whether or not these other 2 dudes, these chieftains, remain in this squad is a whole different issue, but we want a caster in this army. And a Warlock, you can do a lot worse, especially in the early game. But what that's also giving me, you'll see here our quest for Creature Killer. Let's go ahead and read this together, because as soon as I do this next turn, I'm going to get it. So Throt's modified Things Catcher makes him an excellent throttler, but allows him to excel at throttling things much larger than man-sized. So it's going to give him 10 armor-piercing weapon damage, 12 bonus versus large, 5 melee defense, but he's also going to get a new ability that he can use every 120 seconds. It lasts for 38 seconds, and it affects not only himself, but his allies within 40 meters. It gives another 16 bonus versus large and immune to psychology. So he's going to be a monster killer, and if we pair him up with some other, characters, we can take down some pretty big stuff with him. And we're going to get it. We're going to get it next turn. That's awesome. And that's going to replace our Gold Sigil Sword. But let's read the quest together. So, Throt's legendary Things Catcher, Creature Killer, is on the fritz. As he attempted to throttle a rat ogre to drag into his wretched flesh laboratory, one of the prongs in the apparatus business end snapped loose, becoming entirely detached. Ugh. Mechanical tinker fixing is for scryer dregs. Stupid boring. Throt lamented out loud as he shoved a warpstone-laced energy bar into his mouth. He had always been suspicious of scryer engineers, which he considered small-brained, for being so obsessed with machinery when tinkering with natural and unnatural anatomy was so much more interesting. But Warlock engineers have the knowledge and means to restore his legendary weapon, and regardless of his cynicism for the Tinker Rats, his beasts weren't going to throttle themselves. Awesome. And then the Whip of Domination here, we'll read that one too. We just need to kill 1,000 enemies in battle. We'll get paid for that. The next battle we take will probably kill 1,000 enemies, so no worries. Throt's legendary Flesh Lab has long been the breeding ground for the countless and indescribable monstrosities which ensure Clan Molder's sinister power never wanes. But a steady stream of walking or stomping or scuttling or rolling or unspeakably undulating nightmares requires more than mere severed limbs, extracted brains, and mangled spines. Growth juice injections are what makes the difference between tortured, shriveled, shrieking blob and murderous battlefield horror. There is, however, only way to obtain fresh growth juice. It must be distilled from the corpses of the fallen. Dozens, even hundreds of corpses. Not uncoincidentally, this Odyssey of Slaughter also provides a fine opportunity to road test Throt's latest abominations. And we have also unlocked the Wolf Rat Cluster, which all we have to do is pop this, and we'll get it. It says, empty the growth vat to claim instantly recruitable units. Each claim batch also grants different amounts of mutagen in addition to food, which can be increased to 15 by upgrading. Okay, so, yeah, that's pretty amazing. If we were really starving for food, we would do that. But we'll get out of this food shortage shortly. We could go into the laboratory, and we've got to make the growth vat batch. We have to claim the tier 1. Ooh, we get food after that. That's pretty good. So one of the things I didn't look at, we could simply pay for mutagen. That's interesting. 5,000 for 100 mutagen. An unclean energy bar. For 10 mutagen, we get huge replenishment rate, leadership, and we get way more rat ogres. And then for 20 food, we just get massive replenishment rate for all of our mutated units for several turns. And all of these we'll get into at some point later, but that's still worth looking at. Is there anything else I would like to do here? No, there's nothing else I can do, I don't believe. So let us pass the turn. We still need to decide what we need to do. Are we going to attack Nagaron? Are we going to walk past Nagaron and go for the other Skaven clan? Our technology has been researched. Lack of food could be a great motivator. Recruit rank +2 for clan rats and income from post-battle loot. We also get strict on Throt, +1 public order. That's from hanging out in a place with terrible public order. What we want is always more besides. More casualty replenishment rate would be great. Terrible sneeze. Sorry about that, guys. Always more besides. Yes. Okay. And then we kind of want to build towards Rat Ogre type units, getting these upgrades. But anyway, we're still spending another turn recruiting. We're not going anywhere. These guys level just like they did last time, and we're going to do the public order training just like we did last time. Let's embed here. Boom. That's going to trigger this quest. We're going to get Creature Killer. It's going to replace our crappy item. And we're done. Very cool. That's nice to get that so early. I kind of just like accidentally prioritized that, but I'm glad I did. Oh, this is new. Look at that. It shows the percentages on the side. That is new. Very interesting. That's a good change. I definitely want to upgrade this. It's cost a ton, but it's an investment for the future. And now, I mean, our army's full next turn. We've got to decide what it is that we want to do. But something that I wanted to do real quick was to come in... No. I don't think I need to mess with diplomacy. The problem is we have a non-aggression pact with Nagaron. What I could do is come here and take... What I want is the Altar of Ultimate Darkness. Is come here and take this stuff and kind of... We can burn these dudes and feast on them and let Nagaron retake them. Or we can take them for ourselves. It's just harder to hold without the actual capital. But they're not going to like me traipsing through their land, is the problem. But I want the Altar of Ultimate Darkness. It's one of these. That's the Temple of Cain. Wait, is it none of these? I could have sworn the altar was one of the locations that we had to destroy. But I guess not. It's not controlled by the Wood Elves. But if we can take this, I still think this is a good option. Take this entire, like, province. And then we can move down. And we can kind of circumvent this area. Or we go here to try and take on the Wood Elves right across the pond. Maybe we do that instead. Ignore these guys. Let them fight, maybe. Maybe the Skaven do enough damage to Malekith that we can sweep in afterwards and crush them. My concern is, though, that we are going to have a public order problem very soon. The only thing keeping us in line, I do believe, is our military presence. I think as soon as we leave, that is done with. Yeah, and our garrison is not that good. That's alright. Let's go ahead and pass again. Another option. Wow, really, Malekith, man? I was just talking about how I like you. We can come over here. There's something in the water. It might lead towards like a good battle. Oh, and that orange faction. That is a little spooky. That is, I think, the big army that's coming to get me. And that right there makes me think that I need to kind of chill. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop out, go and see if I can take this Sea Corpse, maybe take a battle here, and then pop back in and see what my public order looks like, because I'm waiting for a Wood Elf army to come and try to snipe me. And we are going to upgrade all of our buildings. Our food is currently neutral. Could come here and pick a fight with these guys. Let's full speed ahead here. Maybe we can even see something. Faction encountered somehow. I guess we can see the very tips of their land. And public order's still managing to be +1. That's great considering the negatives that we have. I'd love to get back to positive at some point. But this could be a chance for huge resources. And I think with the Plague Claw catapults, with all of our characters, we should be able to take whatever's there. We're probably also going to want to do some diplomacy relatively soon. Population surplus +1. Would like to get Storm Vermin, although this campaign is not about Storm Vermin. What I'd really need to do is get Gron to tier 4, but that's going to take a lot of growth. And we're currently -20 growth, so we're actually hindered. Let's come in here. See what's up. Yeah, loot the carcass. A great hoard of treasure may be seen. Your ocean scouts bring news that the bloated corpse of a massive sea monster has floated to the surface in some nearby straits. Although its carcass swells dangerously with noxious gases, you know that the belly of such a gargantuan monster can potentially yield numerous valuable treasures. A salvage mission may be a risky endeavor, however, and it is likely that other salvagers have also caught wind of the opportunity. We're going to attack them. Hopefully we don't get like a ridiculous... No, this is fine. Yeah, we'll dunk these guys. No problem. We also picked up a Banner of Eternal Flame, which is cool. It gives base weapon damage. I'm going to give that to Throt for now. Actually, you know what? No, I like this on our Storm Vermin. That's pretty sweet. Alright, cool. Quick save into fight. They don't have a lot of range. They have some, these guys. They have the hand cannons, but their range is not great on any of their stuff. So my Play Claw catapults, if I play far enough back, I should just be able to rain hot fire on them. And yeah, they're going to have to come to me. Which feels good. Play Claw catapults, man, it's a game changer for us right now. I think we're going to try and keep this big line of sight. Let's go ahead and just sort of deploy here. And we'll just sort of move everyone else around. I want them to be as close to the front as possible. That way we don't have to move them much when the battle starts. Our front line here is Clan Rats. With the Storm Vermin holding the center. And we'll adjust them as necessary. Let's actually just spread them out as far as we can and lock them. All of our characters are going to be a pain at some point to micro and do stuff with. But we'll just have our real little army here. This will be a hell of a lot cooler. Let's do something like this, maybe. We'll put them here. We're going to want to start mixing them in with the army. Let's lock them. And then we'll keep these guys with the Rat Ogre and the Brood Horror. And that way they'll regenerate. And then we'll use our Hounds together. We could Vanguard deploy them. They have forests here we could hide in. And we could sneak up on them and maybe get some good kills. They should all be hidden, correct? No? Go a little bit. Still no, eh? Alright, that's hidden. So we'll just stack them all on top of each other. It doesn't matter. And then when the time comes, we can sweep in. We could put some all throughout the back here and get them from all angles. We don't need to overthink this fight that much. So we're going to adjust our formation here. It looks like that. I hate that bug so much. When I go to like adjust, it like smashes them together. I don't know why it does that. We know we need to move forward, so let's do that. We'll fast forward here just a bit. Okay, we're good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Fast forward. No, no, no. Scoot here. Scoot here. And I don't know why it keeps doing that. 3. Kind of playing around, just trying to get my like bearings back. This is like, I don't know why my... Why are y'all moving? I'm pretty sure I gave them attack orders, correct? Whatever. So I kind of biffed this this fight. I was trying to get a little too fancy. Let's just get in there. That is the wrong target as well. The depth guard were the correct targets. Send those guys in. Just get in there. What is this? That's the zombie pirates? Sure. Throt left behind. Alright, guys. I'm feeling a little rusty. I just need to... I'll figure it out. Let's nuke those guys. And unfortunately, I didn't do much damage with my play claw. We're not going to play that poorly again. We shouldn't be that punished. This army should crumble relatively soon. It's the depth guard that are going to be the real problem. Make sure we kill those guys. How about all of you attack the depth guard? We're getting them. Don't like fighting the pole arms. Do you know what? If we attack them and we use our warp lightning there, that should be fine. Didn't hit him. I pulled him out. Should not have pulled him out. Let's shoot into the blobs. And our Skaven slaves, believe it or not, are tearing them up. And that's it. And we even still have the summons. That's something we picked up in the last episode too. We can summon actual wolf rats, poison ones. Just send them on whatever. This battle is over. Despite my blunderings. The Death Guard with pole arms are a little annoying. Should probably fire into them. They'll crumble once everything else goes, though. But the main thing is we didn't lose anything. We're going to get back to our territory. We're going to be able to heal up. But yeah, note to self. Be a little bit afraid to use fast forward when you don't need to. A lot of mistakes can happen. A lot of the AI, as soon as I hit fast forward, they were like, yep, we're coming. But yeah, that was never going to be a super challenging battle. What we need to do, though, is take as much food as we can get. And thankfully, we're back up to just food shortage status. And I'm even going to take the extra food here instead of the replenishment. And for our trouble, bonus 1,500 experience and 6 grand. Before you could reach the sea monster's corpse, you were suddenly accosted by a horde of undead pirates, also staking a claim to the potentially valuable remains. After dispatching them in the ensuing battle, you looted their galleon's coffers before sailing on to the beast's remains, where your crew were able to cut open its belly and extract further wealth and treasures. Yeah, that's great. Now, I could go here and start, like, raiding. Thankfully, our public order is a little bit stabilized now. We were -1, and now we're breaking even. But let's go ahead and get our levels first off. So we are building towards Quartermaster, Lightning Strike, all that stuff. Let's get Looter. Let's go for Tide of Death. So good. Let's get Tail Weapon here on this chieftain. Tail Weapon on that chieftain. And then we have options here. I always get the 3 stacks of increased mobility. And I'll get those before I get these other spells. Could max out Warp Lightning. We will do that for sure. And we don't really have ranged or missile units in this army. So let's just really increase our mobility. Master Mutator. Do we go back for 1 turn? Is there any reason to go back? We know there's an army, a Wood Elf army coming for us. What I would like to do is come down here and start raiding. But we can't quite do that yet. And we need to recover. So we are past... We're almost into Brood Horror Juice territory, which is awesome. Did I accomplish this? No, I only got 766 kills. My next... If I attack this place, I'll probably finish that for a cool grand, and then we'll get to the next portion of our quests. I don't know what comes next, though. Maybe it's a battle. Maybe it's, you know, more things that we have to do. I'm just a little worried. Yes, that's what I'm worried about. That right there. And at least now I can see it. If that's all it is, we need to attack them right now. I think we can crush those guys. Recruit a Lord for 500. I don't think I'm going to do that yet. We're not going to do that for some time. Oh, we're way past that now. We're almost to a mutant rat ogre. Oh, yes. So the longer a batch is left to grow, however, the better the quality of the units grown. More advanced batches will only result in negligible increases of mutagen byproduct. Sure, but we're going to get a Hell Pit Abomination and a Mutant Rat Ogre. And then we're going to get rid of a lot of these like dinky units that we don't really want. What I would like to do is smash this group. I don't know what these last 2 are, but unless they're dragons, I don't think I really need to be that scared of them. We just have the numbers, we have the artillery. We'll outrange their Way Watchers and Deepwood Scouts. This time I will not miss micro, and we will crush them. So let's go ahead and take them out. We're going to piss off... Wait, can we? No, we can't negotiate military access, sadly, with them. But I see no reason to let them come to me, and we even get an ambush. So they do have blade singers, which I need to be concerned about for sure. But they are anti-infantry, and I think we can throw like our brood horror, rat ogres, we can throw them in maybe. Although I'm sure they'll do a ton of damage to them as well. Yeah, let's make sure I quick save. I usually do it sometimes twice on accident just to make sure that I've done it. But in an ambush scenario, oh, look at this. I don't think I've ever seen this this configuration of the ambush map. Or maybe I have and I've been on the receiving end and not the attacking end. Yes, absolutely. So they have a very small army, but what I really need to be choosy about is where I put my artillery. And I'm seeing this position looks really solid. It might not even be all that wise for me to try and surround them as much as I could. Like, this looks like a pretty good hill. I think I have a pretty commanding view. Although maybe this is a little better. Deploy a little further back. It's hard to say. I don't want to be that close to them. This is also a pretty damn good hill. Yeah, I think that's fine. We'll deploy here. We're going to have to, like, confuse the hell out of them, I feel. Let's go something like... We'll do one stack here. I'll just put them there, but we'll end up running in at some point. Let's do another stack here. I want them to stay focused in this frontal area. That way we can kind of rain down fire from the back here. And then we will attack with group 3 from this direction. And then group 5 will attack from the front. Okay. Let's lock group 2 here. Alright. Let's start. Let's bring them in at the very least. I don't even know if I actually want to get in there. These guys are invisible. Let's go 3. Oh, that hurts. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, since I can't see them, I'm just going to hit the blade singers. Oh, nice. What a huge series of blobs. If I could punish that. But what we need to do is shut down all of these ranged units. And you know what? We'll send you 2 in. And then we'll send you there and you here. Okay. Yeah, you guys mix it up. That's fine. And then you guys come through here. Let's go chase that down. There's no reason to let them get away with that. Just keep slinging. See if we can get on there. Attack these guys from behind. Attack you from behind. You know what, let's take these guys off of guard duty. We'll send 2 that way. And Throt's got some stuff we can use. Go ahead and drop some rat ogres. And send them over to help kill there. And then our pack master, we're going to drop these. Could have done this a little sooner. I just need to get used to the fact that I have so many summons. As soon as we stop chasing these guys, they're going to rally. Keep chasing, please. The Glade Lord is getting beaten. Come back here. They even still have dudes left? As soon as I drop this warp lightning, yeah, they're gonna like rout and then I'm gonna end up nuking my own dudes. Yeah, good stuff. As soon as we get to play some more like regimented battles, this'll all work out a heck of a lot better. My composition. Right now I'd be way better off if I just like build a ton of rats and just ran straight in. But I've got like something of a balanced army. I have way too many heroes, but that's only because I want to get these guys levels. That way they're useful for me later. A lot of people that play this I've seen play with mods that give them extra skill points per level. I'm not playing with anything like that. So I need to get my heroes in on the ground floor, get them super leveled up, and then when the time comes to stick them in an army, I'll be ready to go. Nice. More growth juice for us. I will take the food. We didn't quite kill it. It was an ambush, though. Well. But we have unlocked the 13th scheme. Killed 1,000 enemies in battle. Let's see what the next thing is. Obtain access to the following resources. Exotic animals. I don't know where to get that from off the top of my head. I don't think there's any here. I thought I could click on it and maybe it would like send me there. Let's read this in a second. I want to come here and finish off this elf stack. Hopefully it'll be a decent enough thing so I can auto-resolve it. I don't want to have to keep fighting those types of fights. Let's go. This is on our chieftain. Let's get him some armor. Some armor. And here I will get the last stack of warp lightning. Okay. Can we reach? We do reach. I'm going to quick save. It's a good ambush. I wouldn't be surprised if it killed off like one of my Skaven bros here. And it did. It killed off the exact unit we thought it might. Nice. A lot of gold. We're swimming in gold right now. It's nice that that's not an issue. And we're gaining levels. We're getting our food back. That faction that was coming to get us, we have gotten. We're going to head back into this territory. And we'll see what we're going to do next turn. We might need to go back to home base, basically. I'm going to get one stack of Quartermaster here. And let's go for... We need so much. Let's get the armor. Tier 2 training. Tier 2 public order. And then we could go for boost income. It's only really useful when you're in your own territory, but... So we are very close to getting the Hell Pit Abomination. We need less than 1,000 juice. And we can make that happen. Alright. Our growth is going. We'll be able to upgrade probably Ashrak. That way we can get the Tier 3 Clan Armory. And then I would also probably put in there... What would I put in here? Oh, if it's Ashrak, I'm going to start getting the Obsidian Quarry, probably. Yeah, I think that would be the play. Or we just hold off on Grand. We get these 2 slots that we can upgrade. Then we would probably go straight for breeding stock. And we would have it out open all the way to force feeding chambers, which would give us access to brood horrors and mutant rat ogres. And then we'd also be able to get the ransacked Tower of Prophecy if we would like. But I think we need more than that covert choke points. So we'd probably get covert choke points and we'd get breeding stock. So yeah, I think we need to rush that more than I need to get to Storm Vermin. As much as I would like Storm Vermin, our income can't really handle like a full stack of them. And we're not really meant to. I don't think that's what our campaign is about. But yeah, let's go ahead and we can look at diplomacy real quick just to see where we're at. I know we're pissing off some of our bros. You know, let's see if they'll just give me money. Thank you. Very sweet of you, Malekith.
I have rights to lead.
Yeah, they won't give me any money. Anything else?
Dominate. Enter
These
them.
guys kind of like me.
Are you after a drink? Not a chance.
I maybe should have asked for money from them earlier. But yeah. So, let's roll. We still have 50 turns. Auto-resolve is so dangerous. We could have manually done that fight, not lost a single unit. Casualty replenishment rate plus 5%. That feels good. We are so close. I want the Hell Pit. And we've also unlocked the Scheme of Doom, which is something we definitely want to do because we can use it to establish an Undercity. So it's 800. Let's do that right away. Or I could bomb the hell out of Nagaron and then go and try to take it. And then use it as a seat of power for like I could take it, rebuild it, and then be like, what are you going to do, Malekith? And they would probably try and attack me there, and then I would have this ridiculous, you know, capital from which to defend myself. That's a possibility. I would consider that. If I raid here, I get food and stuff, but I don't get any replenishment, which is what I need. I'm just going to go into global recruitment. I'm going to replace the unit that I lost for now. But very soon, and maybe even next turn, I don't know how much I'm getting per turn. Does it say? Yeah, next turn I'll be able to do that. Oh, hell no. I'm not recruiting because I'm just going to have to get rid of them. So let's chill for a second. Before I get rid of any of my units, I want to just make sure I understand how this works. Speed for infantry units is nice. This allows me to generate food, which is huge for me. But we also need monstrous plans to do that. Maybe we go for this. Let's just go with these really fast, pretty cheap options. And then next turn we should be able to just get a ton of awesome units that we didn't have access to before. We'll probably dump we'll probably dump this clan rat. Maybe one of the Skaven slave slingers, maybe all of them. I don't know how many units it's going to give me, so I'm kind of flying blind here. Because the idea is to come over here and beat up these 17 units and win. And I'm going to try and do that. But let's go ahead and something else that before we get too out of it, I want to read the Whip of Domination quest stuff. So the bonus experiments require more specialist ingredients. Wait, did I read this already? No, I did not. Okay. After all, how can Throt hope to create anything truly innovative by forever recycling limbs and organs from the same old slaughtered beasts and kidnapped man-things? Rare and strange breeds of animal from distant lands will add new spice and delightfully unpredictable mutations to his malevolent formulae. Although Throt and his creations will first need to drive out, or ideally devour, the local residents. Experimentation is the cause closest to Throt's remorseless heart. So all these letters from lesser rat lords whinging that their latest consignments of Hell Pit creations are running late will have to wait. So, I'm curious if like any of these guys have access to rare animals. Anyone near me? No one I think in my immediate area does. I'm looking right here, guys, if you're curious. I don't see exotic animals, and I'm not sure who has them or where to get them. We're going to establish a Warlock Laboratory when we get there. That is the plan. I'm stoked! See what happens. And one way for us to make a lot of money, Nagaron is one of the most money-makingest places in the old world. Or not in the old world, but in the world. Upgrade the Flesh Laboratory whenever possible, my lord. Of course. Superior batch. You have emptied the growth vat to reveal a superior batch of monstrous specimens. Your freshly grown units are now ready for immediate recruitment from the growth vat recruitment panel, along with some surviving Skaven slaves that have been thrown in as feed. Okay, cool. Alright, so as we recruit here, I think we have to do it from this. How do we do that? Is there a special stance or something? Do I need to be in my own territory? I don't know. I feel like I need to be in a different territory. can't do it through here. Yeah, guys, I'm not sure how I get access to these units I supposedly have access to. I'm guessing it's a local recruitment issue. So I need to get back to... Nope, nope. I hate that it always prioritizes that. We need to go through the water. I'm hoping this is the problem. Let's establish a laboratory here. It's not making as much money right now as Hagwraith, but... Alright. He has served his purpose, and now we have... Wow, plus 50 experience for Warlock Engineers, increase our research rate, but it has a bit of discoverability. Now we can build all sorts of stuff, and I've almost never messed with this. What we want to do is lower discoverability, while also increasing, like, income. What does this do? Upon... Wait. If I can do this, the Vermintide happens. A Skaven army is summoned upon building completion. Army size and strength can be increased via technology. Whoa, that's insane. There's a landmark here, which I guess it already gave me. The Warlock Laboratory. Okay. There's also... This lowers our discoverability. We might need to build one of those. This really lowers our discoverability, but we lose visibility, which we don't really need because we can see it anyway. So that's probably the way to go. We can generate food from this location. That could be useful. We could generate income. And food. What does this one do? Lots of income. Is this showing me that I'm only getting 29 income from this? There'll be a point where Nagaron is hopefully making just a ton of money. Oh, this is cool. Subterranean Pit. You can try to expand to other locations. What does this do? Research rate. Winds of Magic. Subterranean Strip Mine. Wow, crazy. Okay. Well, I think we need a balanced approach. I kind of want to use this place to generate food. I think this is like a really good thing for us to upgrade. The raiding camp. It's going to be money plus food. Plus income from the local settlement. I think we want to do a deeper tunnel. Where does it say my, is this it here? My discoverability? Our food generation is great. Maybe I kind of stick to money making. Let me know if these are like correct buildings. I think they're okay. This one has a maintenance cost. And this one consumes food. Ah, I didn't even see those negatives. I tell you what, let's get deeper tunnels because we don't need the visibility. And then the food generated here just completely counteracts all the money we're making. Yeah, I like this. This is fine. It'll be a net negative in, or a net neutral in food, but it'll be a net positive in money. So, I'm cool with that. Let's pass the turn. We're going to want to use that right every single time it comes off cooldown and make ourselves another Warlock. Alright, technology is done. Mutagen degeneration. Oh, I had extra. Oh, I didn't know that. Or else I would have used it. That sucks. Okay, so I lost 20. That feels bad. Let's just get fight dirty. I'm going to come up here and I'm hoping that this solves the issue. Yes, we can recruit from the growth vat now. So we're going to get our first Hell Pit Abomination. This is pretty sweet. A new augmentation is available to strengthen your units, my lord. Using certain combinations of augmentations may unlock access to other, more complex procedures. So, what else? I want to get rid of... disband this guy. Let's disband this guy. Oh, man. Oh, this is sweet. Alright, let's get rid of this guy. I'm just going to keep the poison ones. And then let's also get rid of... yeah, I don't particularly need the slingers. Nice. Our army just got so much better. We got another Brood Horror, a Hell Pit Abomination, 3 more Rat Ogres. Wow. Okay. And we're going to hold on to our growth. It's going to take a lot of turns before we get to that next tier. But we'll be happy we did it by the end. Because we get so very little otherwise. Alright, and let's go ahead and build the warp token. Actually, let's wait on this. Let's wait until our discoverability is lessened by the deeper tunnels, and then we'll go ahead and upgrade. Oh, never mind. It takes 3 turns. This will be done first. Okay. Don't want to overthink everything. Don't need to worry about that. This is done. I would kind of like to get rid of this last slinger here, but, I mean, I have no anti-air if I do that, which doesn't really bother me. I need to get out of this stance. Sure. And I'll upgrade, I'll just get some clan rats with shields. And then we'll head back. We should be pretty well healed up by next turn. I'm excited. This is going great. Crew to Lord. Don't need to worry about that. And now we're in a position, we're going to go back to Daldrick's lair. And we're going to take it. We're going to take it and we're going to start taking all of this stuff. And we're going to use this place to heal for a second. It's going to be super easy to take. Alright, Clan Scar Saboteur. Income from sacking settlements has increased. We also got some nice levels. What else are we upgrading? Let's go for more thick-skinned. Those guys not having armor, even when they're going to be on the Brood Horrors and mounted, their armor still won't be that good. Let's get an extra 5% increased mobility for our army. Mobility is one of the best things you can get. Alright. Got to keep reminding myself we don't need to upgrade anything here. Everything's doing fine. Our public order's fine. If you spend a lot of turns in Force March as well, you'll end up with a trait that gives you more campaign movement speed also. And I also see this mysterious island. We could perhaps have gone to do that, and you know, but we want to stay a little bit focused. I like kind of deviating a little bit, making money and coming back, because it's going to give us an opportunity to put a lot of levels on all of our characters before we get in some of the more main types of battles. Okay, so when we take Clark Harand, what we're going to do is get rid of her, let's see, Transformation of Kadan. Okay, that's a good thing to get rid of. And it removes, once again, another 5% ward save, and also gives us a nice treasury boost, which we'll use to then turn around and just start upgrading this place. Seems good. And we need to use the growth, we need to use the actual upgrades here. So let's go into the monster augments. Oh yeah, this is the one that I'm stoked about. I think giving physical resistance on a Hell Pit Abomination seems pretty good. Could do forced... oh, I don't even know what that word is. Aneuploidy? I don't know that word. Just to get 2 random ones? I like the synaptic response stimuli. I kind of like putting that on like all my rat ogres. Just giving them all physical resistance and increased speed. That seems good. You know what? I'm going to do that.
Hope it's bigger than Gorage thing.
Wait. Are these guys already mutated? Some of them, I didn't realize that. They come like slightly pre-mutated. Interesting. I don't know why. I didn't like register that they had this. Both of my brood horrors have warp lightning though. That's also something. Wow, so we're actually, I just realized we're kind of taking a chance here, increasing them further. It's so hard to tell which one I have selected. Let's hope this doesn't mess them up. This one already has that. Dang it. I gambled. But we unlocked something, which I think is just as important. This guy is... It's only instability 1, but he has Guardian, minus 15% upkeep for this unit, casualty replenishment rate plus 15%, physical resistance, 10% speed. Yeah, crazy. Probably worth it. We want to do this anyway because we want to unlock these other higher tier abilities. I don't really want to do them though on the wrong units, however. Nice, okay. No corruption, no instability, and that's it. Okay, I don't mind having one guy be a little bit jacked up. That's not a big deal. And if we don't like him at some point, we'll just scrap him. Throw him back in the juice. Clan Septic is having a time up here. I'm sure they're getting beaten. At some point... Yeah, they lost the altar of Ultimate Darkness. There's probably another Skaven clan up there. Doing work. But here we go. We're going to go to war here. Which is risky because we're about to also then attack the Wood Elves and put ourselves in a bit of a precarious position. I'm hoping I can safely auto-resolve this without losing anything. But our food situation finally in a great spot. Level 9 on Throt. And I am going to loot and occupy. I do plan on being the lord of this place at some point. But we're going to save all of our food for when we do Clara Claron. I might try to get this up to tier 3 as well. Don't need Lightning Strike yet. Let's just keep getting Quartermaster. Make our faction cheaper and cheaper. Our army cheaper and cheaper. It's like 150 or something like that. By the time we're done, though, it'll be several hundred. And once you consider how our army is going to be filled with just like Hell Pit Abominations and Brood Horrors and Rat Ogres, this is going to be a very expensive army to maintain. So getting the army upkeep reduction is the only thing that's going to keep us in the positive for a little while. Let's go Thick Skin some more. Alright. So this is home for us for a little while. There's nothing unique here that we need to worry about. Everything over there is fine. They own a lot of territory. They've been kind of expanding. I don't know what else they might own. They might have some fat stacks that we need to be concerned about. Yeah, Clan Septic is gone. Oh, here come the agents. Bad thing. We'll chop, slice, put brain, and abomination. Yeah, I was hoping you guys would be my bros. I'm going to war with the elves. Might see if they'll pay me for it. Okay, more Wood Elves are declaring war on me. That's to be expected. They're over here. We got another level on our Warlock. That's cool. Let's go for... I don't need Howling Warp Gale. Don't have missile units. Yeah, I guess... Should probably just go down... I don't know what Flensing Ruin is. Looks good. Crack's Call, I know, is kind of just a bigger Warp Lightning. Let's just get the boost income. I'm a little concerned about attacking this location and then immediately getting hit by some enormous Chlorochoron stack sitting at like Circle of Destruction or something. But if I can take these guys out well enough, they have Zotes. Oh snap, we get to see Zotes. I'm not scared of this, obviously.
An affront to Orion.
And they have that same kind of configuration there.
What experiment?
We have a lot of power. I'm a little bit worried, but we have a lot of power that we didn't have last time whenever we did this fight. I don't want to use any of my food because I want to have as much food as possible because I want to get this to level 3. So let's go ahead and quick save it. I think this will go well, although they do have a lot of tools.
Harvest pods.
Let's do this well and we'll have another capital for our trouble. We'll have extended the turn timer by another 10 turns for our in-game event. And we'll have a good base of operations from which we can fight Chlorochorons. I'm trying to remember the name of that faction. Something like that. We'll fight them. We'll crush them. We'll take their provinces. And once we probably get the whole province, we'll see if they want to make peace. Because I'm not really that interested in like a prolonged war with them. I like this terrain though. I will say though, we have a problem when it comes to the Hawk Riders. We have no answer for them. We'd have to shoot them basically with... This is a really good location. We'll have to shoot them with our Plagueclaw catapults if we want to really destroy them. Dang. We really need our dudes to get mounts. It's kind of something that's crucial. We don't have that yet. Let's go like this. Front line. Let's go secondary line.
To me, my pets. Packmaster.
It's a little annoying that I don't have like better positions to put them in. But we'll move them out as soon as the battle starts. Let's go. You guys will be a defensive force in case they try to like dive bomb onto my catapults. And then we will put one Brute Horror with one Poison Doggo. Let's get all of our Rat Ogres here in like a group 7 maybe. Got a lot of groups now. And then we could probably just add this to group 2. Alright. Everybody good. Start deployment. Let's move down this hill. Oh, this is frustrating. Yeah, I mean, we should just kind of make them chase us if that's something they want to do.
Yes, yes, yes. War beast trainer. It's not a problem.
Spread out a little bit. I don't mind giving them the clan rat dudes to shoot at. That's kind of what they're there for. See if we can get some sort of freebies over here. Alright. Let's charge in. We don't want them to just sit here and like pick us apart.
Beasts cower tremble. Now, yes.
Without a doubt, they're going to just like trundle around. Get on them.
Be so, warlord.
We're going to need some support here. Go try to shut that down.
Food for clan rats.
Spread our units around a little bit. We'll summon some Rat Ogres there. And our Packmaster needs to summon some units as well.
Me best, see?
There we go. Let's get onto that. Let's get onto this. They look like they're winning there. I'm happy that the tree kin aren't really fighting. And yeah, this is what I was worried about. That's why we kept them back. They got crushed. Send them there. You guys go here. Rat ogres come here. Rat ogres go there. Get in the fight, homie. Wherever they have a big group of elves, that's where we need to drop the warp lightning. Crush that group. Okay, we've got routing from that section there. We can pop the warp lightning. We're in a good spot for it. Nice. We don't need to shoot there anymore. Let's just shoot at the birds. Our storm vermin are going to kill those things. I'm really not that worried about it. You know what? Stay fighting. We'll send help. No, I need you there, and I need you here. Are they shattered? They're not. But they are. Shoot there. Keep shooting up. Send in those dudes. Our summon units are about to disappear. I'm glad they're shooting at... Well, it looked like they were shooting at them. I guess they're not. The bonus versus large is not going to help. So we're not popping that. We also don't really need the heals. I'm not sure what the heck just happened that we lost all of our... I have no idea what just happened. We just lost like all of our catapults. What the heck? Well, that sucked. Need you guys to beat them down. This is not a good matchup. This guy has rallied. Let's send him on to the archers, so he can take some time to get his regen under control. And there we go. We got the shattering. All right. Our army composition is very weird at the moment. We need our hero units to get mounts, and then we're going to need to get rid of some of these hero units so that we can get a more like cohesive force. Our force doesn't really work with like plague claw catapults. At some point we might get rid of these in exchange for like more hell pit abominations, more brood horrors. We want to be really melee centric, but at the early game plague claw catapults are just too good to pass. Lots of food and money. We're about to be like just swimming in cash once we get the next 5k. Alright, and we will go up to tier 3 on Clarkeron. And they're going to send another force to come and get me. I'm fine with that. And what unique stuff here. The layers of Clarkeron. We can get Hell Pit Abominations in one more tier. It also gives a garrison. Provides a lot of food. And minus 25% upkeep for Rat Ogres and Hell Pit Abominations in all armies. Our Hell Pit Abominations are going to be like free by the time we're done. That is amazing. First things first, we need to increase our garrison. We could go for this. Maybe we do that instead of building it here and waiting. Yeah, maybe we just put this here. And let's get that that woodman's hut. It's not super crucial or anything, but still nice to have. Next turn, how much more? We're making 100 next turn. Okay, cool. Skills. One more use for Tide of Pox. Let's max out our armor. We'll be happy we have the armor whenever we get the Bonebreaker mount, and we get a bonus 15 armor, so he's not that squishy anymore. Alright, now we sit happy as can be in our super new stronghold. I'm pretty stoked about it. How is our undercity? Oh, this is all done. Nice. Ooh, we're a little more discoverable than I wish we were. I thought that would counter it, but it did not. This is 80 discoverability. I didn't realize this was this much. I thought it was 40. So we're actually over. Oh, that's not good. I sunk a lot of money into this. I guess I'll just keep this until they discover it. I don't really want to, like, backtrack there. How long until we can do this? 25 more turns, dang.
What experiment?
Okay. Well, let's roll to the next turn. Oh, they've confederated. So now if we want to go to war, we got to go to war with Morathi. Welp. Yeah. We've been discovered. I'm curious how long it'll take before them to want to remove it. It's making me a bunch of cash right now. It's kind of nice in a way that they confederated because it totally removes our war. Like, if I don't want to attack these guys now, I don't have to. Which is really sweet. And I'm thinking about just kind of ignoring this province for now. We can always come back. What I can do now is go up north to the Temple of Cain and take this. Temple of Cain is going to be this one. They lose the Madness of Cain with the War Dancers and Blade Singers. So some big buff that they were going to get. Another 5k for them. Yeah. That seems good as well. Really kind of like crushing all of these objectives. You guys, I like you guys. I will indeed make a non-aggression pact with you, but I'm not going to do it for nothing. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Will you give me 500? We're going to nickel and dime them. Got that extra 200 out of it. It's worth.
Tribal fury. To be honest, I'd rather be raiding. Refused.
I wonder if Malekith still likes us well enough. He does. He doesn't much care about Morathi. We could, like, take it to Morathi. Because there is another area here for us to go to. Man, maybe we do just fight Morathi. But I don't want to leave the Temple of Cain behind me. Where are they? There's one over here as well on the coast. I would like to clear out the Temple of Cain before I go further afield. But I also don't want to leave Clark-Laron until our walls are up. Our garrison is still very injured. I want it to be self-sufficient before I leave it. And we know there's another army coming. I don't know if they're coming for this location or that location. Let's roll to the next turn. And we're almost done for today's episode. If I see an army coming on the horizon, I'm going to drop a lord probably, try to recruit. I'm surrounded by Morathi's agents. They destroyed my Undercity? Dang, well that was a lesson for me. I'm not even that mad about it. That was a lot of income wasted, but I learned something. I haven't messed with the Undercity mechanic since like it came out. So I wasn't sure just how like resilient it was, and I wasn't careful enough whenever I decided to build what I built. I should have really been looking at the discoverability, and I didn't. So that's 100% on me. I would love the ability to build some rat ogres. Think we can afford to sit for one more turn. We really need the replenishment. Oh, and our food has dropped down. You know what? If that's the case, I'm going to war. Sorry, Morathi. You are in my neighborhood. My rats will not starve. I want all the juice.
Big, scary
Nah, we can't afford that. But we have unlocked our first Regiment of Renown. Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers. Might want to just keep those guys. We're getting tons of traits. Sword of Striking. We need to give those to some of our bros. We have some unused swords. Oop. Accidentally clicked off my screen there. I have a dual monitor set up. If I accidentally go too far to the left, it'll mess everything up. I think we're good, though. I think you guys can see what I'm seeing. Let's get the last stack of Quartermaster. Let's go to this guy. He's going to stay with me. So let's make sure he has a weapon. Ooh, wait. He can further reduce our upkeep. I think I want to get that right now. Yeah, that's a big deal. Making my entire army cheaper seems like the play. And let's just start getting some of these. We'll just unlock it. It doesn't really matter. I wish that the Warlock Engineers could get a mount. It's only the Lords that have that ability. Venom Glade, we're going to get rid of this. And put a different building there. And then we're going to go up and take the Circle of Destruction as well. And then we'll fight whatever comes. We have time. We're also building really quickly towards our next, like, I guess, superior growth vat dump. Yeah. Let's roll on to the next turn. One of the worst things you can do in Total War, especially on higher difficulties, is to spend turns doing nothing. Spending like 3 turns being indecisive is really bad. You gotta make a plan and make the play. Clara Corand now has walls. Their garrison is super strong. I'm pretty sure I can hold it out against almost really anything. Ooh, nice. Get a hunting camp. Get a little increased juicage per turn. Throt gets severe the next level. Next tier growth batch is available. Nice. As our chieftains here are leveled. 4 more levels and they'll be able to get bone breakers. Let's get them some melee master going on. Alright. And I am also going to pop... Can I reach this? If I could reach this turn, that would be amazing. I have so much campaign movement, but I don't think I can get there. Oh, we've seen Tretch. What's up, buddy? I don't really want what you have. You can be like a nice ally, I think. Although he's spineless. Yeah. You can trust Faith. Look at my long, lengthy, mini-segmented tail. Yeah. That just means you survive for a long time by like stabbing your buddies in the back. If I lose one of these this turn, like one of these armies pop out and just kind of hit me, I'm not going to cry about it. It won't be that big of a deal. Let's level up the Great Arena here. And we're almost at the point where we can get the armory. A lot of big things happening. We're going to take this whole province next turn, and then we'll be kind of just... We might need to make a second army at this point. They tried to assault me, but it didn't work. Lots of war being declared. It's nice because they're fighting... The High Elves here are fighting Marathi, so they're kind of like... drawing some of the heat away from me. I wouldn't be surprised if one of Marathi's stacks is down there. And the Wood Elves are going straight for my like strongest stronghold. That's awesome. I hope they try to besiege it. That would be amazing. Because they'll never get it. And then I'll just roll up and rock them. Okay, can't make this level 2 either. Talisman of Protection for some ward save. Province secured. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and make more food for now. No unique buildings here, so this is a good location to drop down a growth building. The Rattling Warrens. Throt up to level 11. 3 more levels until we get the Brood Whore. Let's get Lightning Strike, most important. And then on Ratmech here, let's give him Warp Forged armor. Let's get him that bonus like 30 armor and 10 missile resistance. We have no trade. There's no income to be gained from that. But yeah, guys, I think that was a really productive episode today. We got the obsidian going, we got the clan armory, and it's expensive, but I think we're going to go ahead and get the walls on Ashrak. I'd like to just wall up my entire home province, make it nice and safe. We'll crush these elves, and then we'll move on to either Val's Anvil, which is right here. It's right next to me. Or we'll go up top. I think we'll probably go crush Val's Anvil. Crush the elves, crush Val's Anvil. It's going to be a good time. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. My name is Brett. Channel is Goodtalk Gaming, and as always, y'all, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.